What is going on, guys? DBG here. In this video I'm going to be doing an updated version of a video I did about a month ago. And it's the top 5 players that you can buy in NBA 2K17 for under 5k MT. Because of the new playoffs, guys, there's so many good players. Like, my list for the top 5 players under 10k MT won't change that much, same with my 20k one, but the 5k has changed a lot because of these playoff players. That's why I'm making this list. So anyway, if this video can hit 750 likes, that would be insane. So now let's get on to the list. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pick a player for each position. They don't necessarily have to play that position, but they just have to make up a starting 5. So at point guard, we have got a shooting guard. We could easily go with Jeff Teague. We could go with Patrick Beverley or Daniel Gibson, cards like that. They're all really good cards, but they have nothing on the shooting guard. Where is he? Malcolm Brogdon. As I've said in the video, Malcolm Brogdon is a hidden diamond. He has got 31 intangibles, but he's a 95 offensive overall, 90 defensive overall. Look at these stats. He's averaging 9.1 points per game for me. That's really good for a Ruby card, especially because I've used nearly all those games in MYTEAM Online. There's 7 really good goal badges. He's a great defender. He's a really nice shooter, and his stats are really nice. Like 88 driving layup is not terrible. Open shot made of 88. Open shot 3 of 92. Free throw of 93. So when he gets fouled, he'll hit the free throws. He's at 88 ball control and really good passing stats, meaning he'll play really well at the point guard. He actually rebounds well, which, while not necessary for a good point guard, it helps. His steal rating is okay, 71, not particularly good. I would prefer that to be higher, but he's got an 87 on-ball defensive IQ, which is good, and his 60 driving dunk is a lie. It feels better. He's got good speed, acceleration, and speed with ball of 88, and overall just a beast of a card for less than 2k MT. So I've already made a video about Malcolm Brogdon, but he's got hot zones pretty much everywhere. There's hardly anywhere in the court that isn't a hot zone. His release isn't the best. Like, there's better releases than Brogdon's. But at the same time, he does hit a very high percentage of shots for me. He hits a lot of 3-point shots. And again, it's not a slow release, so he can get it off quite well. His mid-range game is really nice. His off-dribble game is really nice. He's a good defender. There's nothing that this card does not do on the court. And for literally 1.5k MT for a hidden diamond, you can't get any better. Like, for this cheap, there is very few better value players in my team right now. At the 2, we have got my second favorite player in my team right now, and it is Tim Hardaway Jr. Yes, Tim Hardaway Jr. This card is shooting 60% from 3 for me, averaging 15 points per game, and the threes that I shoot with him are insane. Like, I shoot fadeaway threes and they go in, I shoot long threes, contested threes, and he's still shooting 60% from 3. I have 5 really good shooting badges. His stats are really nice. He's got 90 open shot mid, 94 open shot 3, 94 contested, 92 off dribble, a 90 free throw, and that 87 ball control is a really underrated stat. He can break people down off the dribble. He's got good passing stats. His defense leaves a lot to be desired, like 72 on ball defensive IQ, but as I say again, for me it's not noticeable that it's that bad. I don't know why. He's got a good driving dunk of 85, good speed of 84, speed with ball of 82, and his acceleration and vertical are good as well. Like, this card is so nice, and if you haven't used him, get him, because he's just an unbelievable card. Yeah, that's all I can really say. I've already made no videos on this guy. So Hardaway is, in my opinion, the best shooter in my team that I've used. Yes, you might argue against it, but for me, he's been the best shooter, and it's not even close. Like, he hits everything I put up in my team online. Like, everything I put up. He's gone in as my starting shooting guard on my best possible team just because of how good he shoots. Like, his release is probably my favorite release. Yeah, it's definitely my favorite release in the game, and it's the easiest to green in my opinion. His release you can green him from everywhere, from deep. Oh, he's just unbelievable. His driving dunk is really good as well. His mid-range game is okay. Like, it's not as good as a 3-point shot, but it's still not bad. His driving dunk is really nice of 85. He's really fast, and he's also got 87 ball control, which is really underrated, meaning he can break people down off the dribble. He can attack. He's got a high dunk rating. So he's not just a spot-up shooter. But the fact that he can be a spot-up shooter makes him so much more valuable. It makes him valuable for any sort of team, and because his contract costs are low because he's a Ruby, he's actually going to be really good. Even if you only play a 10-man rotation and you just want a guy at the end of the bench, he's perfect because his contracts are cheap enough. At the 3, I was going to put in Sean Elliott because he's dropped to less than 5k. He's less than 5k, so he's a good card. I've used him in a couple of games and he shoots well. Like, he's got 94 open shot 3, which is good. Okay open shot mid. Decent free throw, but he's not a good passer. Doesn't have good ball control. He's 6'8", so he's quite tall. Only comes with 3 bronze badges. Low steal. Good enough defensive 83. Not the best driving dunk and is quite slow. I was going to put him in because I didn't want this just to be playoffs cards, but the playoffs cards are that OP that I have to pick a playoffs card over him. And it is, of course, it's not Joe Johnson. Joe Johnson's a beast, but it's Trevor Ariza. Trevor Ariza goes for like 2K17 max. He comes with 8 gold badges, unlike 3 which Elliott has. Corner specialist, catch and shoot, defensive stopper are good ones. Pickpocket's a really good badge, chase and is good to have, and deep range deadeye silver. Be better gold, but you can just upgrade it. His stats are good. He's got not a great open shot mid of 80. Not great. Like, not terrible, but not great. He's got an open shot 3 of 92, which is really good, and he's got a kind of a quick release. When you get used to it, it's good, but it's kind of tricky to get used to. 77 ball control is okay. He's an 88 free throw. He's got 89 lateral quickness, which is good. He's got 90 on-ball defense and 88 steal. That's what puts this guy ahead of Sean Elliott, because they're both the same height at 6'8". He's also got a driving of 85 and 87 speed, 84 acceleration, which is good for a small forward. Like, for 2KMT, you can pick up this card. You just can't go wrong. This card is really good for really cheap. So I was going to put Sean Elliott on this list because I was thinking, okay, maybe I'm not going to go with all playoff cards. But Sean Elliott literally has one hot zone. He's got a really nice release that is very easy to green. And I used him in a couple of games in my team online, and it's easy to green online as well. But it's long. It's very easy to be contested and has a long wind-up. However, Trevor Ariza has a quicker release, has more hot zones, only a 1 less in 3-point rating, and also can dunk, play better defense, can get steals, is faster, they're the same height, so Sean Elliott being tall doesn't really make much of a difference. This card does everything better than him. Like, this card, for less than 2KMT, you cannot get any much better, especially at the small forward position. So at the 4, we have got Beast Jabari Parker. I was going to put Marquise Chris on this list, and then I realised he's about 8 or 9 KMT. I have no idea when that happened, but he is. This card is really nice. Like, 85 post fadeaway, 84 post hook is good. He's got a 90 open shot mid, 89 open shot 3, which is really good for anybody. He's got 85 free throw, which is really good. 78 ball control, meaning he can push the floor quite well. He's going to be like a really stretch 4, but still good at that position. Good rebounding stats. He rebounds well for me. He's got a good steal of 84, which kind of makes up for his bad overall defense. His on-ball and low-post defensive IQ are quite bad, but he does strip a lot of post players, but he's not going to be a great defender. His driving of 95 is really overpowered, especially with that 84 speed, which is really good for a power forward, and he's just one of the better stretch 4s I've used. Like, averaging 7 points per game for me, all online games. He isn't shooting well from 3, but he is shooting quite well from the field, and is just a really nice card for still under 5k. So Jabari Parker actually has a ton of hot zones, like a ton of hot zones, which is really good. His mid-range shot is really nice of 90. He's got a good release, quite easy to green. I know I've struggled from the 3-point line with him, but he does have a good enough 3-point shot. His release is decent, like, it's not awful, but for some reason, as soon as I step outside the 3-point line, I struggle to hit shots with him. But from mid, he hits a ton for me. His driving dunk is so nice, like 95 dunk with some really nice animations. Like, he doesn't get blocked often at all. His post game is nice. He's got a good post hook, good post fadeaway, and he can play inside, he can play outside. A really versatile power forward, who can also play at the small forward position really well. And for however cheap he is, like, he's really, really good. And at the 5, who else but Clint Capella? And I am joking. This Clint Capella is really good, like, really quite good, but it's nothing on Hall of Fame lob cheese JaVale McGee. Averaging 10 points per game for me, I'd say 8 of those 10 are from lobs. He's got Hall of Fame lob city finisher, and he's still less than 2KMT, which is incredible. He's got not great stats, like an okay post hook of 70. I'm gonna say okay, maybe. Not a great open shot mid of 64, but he actually hits a couple, but not many. He's not getting a 3-point shot, 25 rating. Free throw 75 with nice enough release. He does hit free throws quite well, but he's a good rebounder, good shot blocker. Shot contest is good as well. Really good low post defensive IQ of 92. But he's got a driving of 90, standing of 95. He's fast for a center at 71 speed, and he's got Hall of Fame lob city finishers. So for 2K, like 2K or less, you cannot go wrong with JaVale McGee. I think nearly every team I've used, I come up against this guy. He rebounds very well. Like, he rebounds really well. He blocks shots really well. His mid-range shot is surprisingly good considering it's like only like 60 something rated. He will not hit a 3-point shot to save his life, so there's no point shooting him with him. I might shoot a couple here in practice, see if I can get any. Oh my god, I hit one. But I would not shoot a 3-point shot with him in the game. I would reluctantly shoot mids, but he's not awful at it, if you get where I'm coming from. His hook shot is nice. His fadeaway is very poor, but he's just a dunker. It's hard to explain him. It's hard to explain how good he is because he's got that Hall of Fame lob city finisher, and it's hard to lob. You can't lob cheese in freestyle, but just take my word for it and take everybody else's word for it who uses him. His card is a beast. So anyway, that's the video. In my opinion, this is the best lineup you can put together with every player less than 5k MT. I know you might be thinking like Brogdon and stuff, they're like 2k or less MT. Should I not get a more expensive player? And to be honest, the players closer to 5k are no better. Like, to improve from these guys, these are some of the best rubies in the game. You're gonna have to go up to the amethyst tier, and they're all like a minimum 10k to get a half decent one. So these are definitely the best you can get for this cheap. So anyway, that's the video. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.